Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. We are Team 5, and our project is on the Learning Lab, Service System Analysis and Design. In this presentation, we walk through how we analyze TLL, current system, service system, identify pain points across parents, students, and teachers, and then propose digital-enabled improvement to make the entire ecosystem more efficient and more human-centered. This project had two main goals. First, to understand TRL existing service systems using structured system thinking lenses. Second, to learn from the process what it tells us about digital innovation, human AI collaboration, and service redesign. We'll start with background and research and then move into service system analysis and later into innovation, prototypes, and lesson learned. Before jumping into solutions, we grounded ourselves in the industry context and TLL's role within it. This section covers our introduction and research approach, the market landscape, TLL positioning as a premium fusion brand, and the methods we use to gather both secondary and primary insights that inform the rest of the project. Singapore after-school tuition market is large but very competitive. Households spend about 1.8 billion Sing dollars a year on tuition, yet we also see declining birth rates and shrinking student pool. The Learning Lab competes as a premium brand among many players, including global names like Kumon and local brands like MyChamps and MyStretcher. This means TLL cannot just rely on exam preparation. It needs a differentiated service experience supported by strong systems and digital tools. TLL operates 9 centers across Singapore from United Square to GEM and Marine Parade, serving students from preschool to junior college. Its business model is term-based and fee for services and focus on English, Maths, and Science with curriculum materials developed in-house and tightly aligned to MOE syllabus and exam formats. At the same time, TLL is a premium provider with monthly fees in the $600+ range, so parents expect not just good materials, but a highly professional and transparent service journey. To analyze TLL, we combine system thinking and design thinking. System thinking helps us map feedback loops like how rising enrollment increases teacher workload, which then affects burnout, morale, and eventually service quality. Design thinking helps us stay grounded in human needs through empathy maps, personas, and journey maps. Together, these frameworks allow us to identify leverage points where changes in the process and ICT could yet be improvement in experience and efficiency. Our research had two layers, desk research and field insights. From desk research, we saw that market remains resilient, but parents are shifting away from pure exam drilling towards holistic value-added learning. We also found that while TLL has digital foundations like TLL 360, a mobile app and automated payments, it still lacks advanced personalization and analytics that some competitors are moving towards. From stakeholders' insight, we saw 3 recurring issues: rigid scheduling, limited real-time progress visibility, and high teacher administrative burnout. In short, digital transformation at TLL needs to target efficiency, personalization, and experience at the same time. So this slide summarizes the toolkit we use for our service systems analysis. We built empathy maps and personas to understand what parents, teachers, and students think and feel and need. We created journey maps to trace pain points across enrollment, scheduling, and progress tracking. We then use Scamper to systematically generate improvement ideas and the how, wow, now matrix to prioritize them on impact and feasibilities. These artifacts are the bridge between our research findings and the service innovations we'll see later. Here we zoom into 3 key empathy maps. First, the result-driven parent who constantly wonder, is my child improving fast enough and needs clear, frequent progress updates. Second, the overwhelmed teacher who feels they spend too much time on admin instead of teaching and needs better tools and automation. Third, the digitally native student who finds traditional lessons dry and wants more interactive, gamified, and flexible learning experience. These empathy maps ensure that our proposed systems changes don't just look good on paper, but actually address the emotional and practical realities of the people TLL serves. So next, my fellow teammate Zhang Ke will take over. Zhang Ke, all to you.
Okay. Thank you, Gary. I'm Zhang Ke. So for the persona profiles, let's begin by meeting our three key stakeholders. To truly understand the TIL service landscape, we define these three core stakeholders who represent the most crucial user segments in this ecosystem. We have two key parent personas and one vital internal staff persona. First, we have Miss Tan, whom we call the anxious achiever. She is the prototypical high-achieving parent who views supplemental tuition as a mandatory, non-negotiable investment in her child's future. Because of this high emotional and financial state, her biggest needs are clarity, transparency, and constant assurance. So she needs clear, continuous metrics and data, providing that her investment is yielding these desired results. So next is Mr. Raj, the value conscious optimizer. Unlike Ms. Tan, Mr. Raj has three children enrolled across different TIL systems, making the tuition fee a significant ongoing financial commitment. He's looking for a smooth, cohesive family experience. So he expects efficiency, flexibility, and tangible recognition for of his family's long-term commitment. Finally, with TRL, we have Miss Chen, the burnout educator. Miss Chen is highly passionate and dedicated to teaching. However, her core motivation is under siege. As we will clearly demonstrate in the journey maps, her value, time, and emotional energy are being rapidly consumed by the excessive administrative friction and systematic inefficiencies. Next slide. Now we move to the heart of our analysis, the journey maps. Let's start with the most crucial first impression, Miss Tan's enrollment journey. The path taken by a high commitment parent to enroll their child. I want you to look closely at the bottom of the map. The emotional journey line, it starts with overwhelm, drops sharply to frustrated, and eventually stabilize in a state of anxious and uncertainty. So this is an incredibly poor high friction first experience for a premium price service. So parents are paying a top dollar yield, but cannot get the correct result in as a return. So yet the initial process leaves them feeling aligned and unsure. So why is she feeling in this way? Because the entire process is fundamentally manual and not very good. She struggled with limited phone consultation time because the staff is overwhelmed. She's required to fill out multiple paper-based forms and physical bring them in. So the core issue here is a lack of digital integration, leading to the high friction and the total lack of the process transparency. Next slide. Let's shift focus to now to an existing high-value customer, Mr. Raj, and his experience with ongoing service management and retention. So his journey map reveals a deep-seated frustration centered on inflexibility and the perception of the lost value. So for Mr. Raj, the emotional state is irritated, quickly escalating to angry and finally setting into the doubtful. The massive red flag for customer chunk, his frustration is deeply rooted in the system's rigidity and its failure to recognize high value as a multi-child customer. So he faces two paramount pain points. First is like the rigid scheduling and makeup policy. So when a family emergency or a sickness prevents one of the children from attending class, TLL's inflexibility policy often means he simply loses the lesson and the tuition fee, perhaps maybe $300. Secondly, the lack of the recognition and the repetitive admin. So the TLL system cannot recognize his family as a single valuable unit. He must perform repetitive, tedious administrative tasks, enrollment forms, payments, and updates, three times over for his three children. Yeah. So furthermore, there's no family discount or premium service package to acknowledge his long-term financial commitment. The journey highlights the severe retention risk because Mr. Rush see high cost but frustratingly low flexibility and minimal personalized value. Next slide. Finally, we investigate the internal dynamics by mapping Miss Chen's daily work journey. This is arguably the most crucial insight, as it reveals how external pain points are directly inherited by the internal staff. The employee experience is unsustainable. The emotional curve here is alarming. From stress in the morning to exhausted, fatigued, and demoralized. At the end of the day, the core issue is the administrative overload, which prevents her from performing her core function, which is teaching. Yes, so we found staggering statistics. Miss Chen spends up to 40% of her working day on non-teaching administrative tasks. So this burden make her feel very frustrated and got no time to teach. Yes. So next slide. To summarize our findings, our journey maps have exposed a profound systematic problem. What we call it lose-lose system at TLL. So on the customer side, the parents are experiencing high friction, a lack of perceived value, and time-consuming manual processes that damage trust from the moment they enroll. On the employee side, the teachers are suffering from massive administrative burdens and burnout, uh, preventing them from achieving job satisfaction and also compromising the quality of the education. So our analysis concludes the major intervention that is required. So next, I will pass to Juheng to present the scamper analysis.
Yeah, hello, this is Chuheng. We identified several improvement directions by the scamper analysis. Using it, we propose integrating scheduling, payment, and communication into one parent app and replacing manual processes with AI tools. We added gamification, enabled flexible class structures, and used class recordings, and besides, learning data from personalization. We also explored flipped classroom ideas to shift practice into the classroom. So let's go to the next page. Yeah, we use these ideas using the how one now metric. How includes high originality but difficult solutions like adaptive AI tutors and VR AR learning. What includes innovative and feasible ideas such as smart scheduling, mastery prediction, and gamified process. As for now, includes easy, immediately deployable features like teachers' dashboards and online enrollment. Yeah, that's my part. Let's go to AJ.
Okay, good morning, everyone. At TLL, our focus was to enhance both parent satisfaction and operational efficiency through service innovation. We studied the customer journey and identified three core processes that directly influence user experience. First was enrollment and onboarding, second, class scheduling and rescheduling, and the third one was progress tracking and reporting. Each of these processes had become heavily manual, creating friction for parents and workload stress for the staff. Our goal was to redesign them using information and communication technology, combining automation, real time data exchange, and AI personalization. With this integration, TLL has evolved from a manual and reactive institution into an intelligent and proactive one, where information flows instantly and value is created for both families and teachers. So let's begin with enrollment and onboarding, the first touchpoint for every parent. Previously, the process was paper based and slow. Parents visited the center or called to fill out manual registration forms. Administrators re entered those details into spreadsheets. Teachers received placement results later by email, and banks processed cash payments separately. This caused repeated data entry, delay, and many errors. With the new ICT portal, everything happens digitally. Parents create an online account, complete placement tests, e-sign forms, and make sure they have secure payments all on one platform. The system automatically recommends classes, matches students' levels, and provides instant confirmation. Teachers and administrators see synchronized data in real time. Manual form checking and payment verification have moved out of the direct contact zone into an automated, surrogate, and independent zone. The result of this faster processing, error free records, and a far more transparent experience for the parents. Next up, we have class scheduling and rescheduling. Before digitalization, this was one of the biggest operational challenges. Parents had to call or visit the center for every booking or makeup lesson. Administrators managed several Excel sheets to track availability and email teachers manually. As a result, information lags led to double bookings, confusion, and teacher stress. Now, with an AI-driven scheduling engine, parents use a mobile interface to view available slots and adjust bookings themselves. The algorithm automatically balances class sizes, teacher workloads, and room capacity. Whenever a change is made, administrators receive instant notification. This has reduced administrative load dramatically while giving parents flexibility and visibility. In PCNs, rescheduling has moved from a direct human coordination area to a system driven surrogate area. That means fewer emails, fewer errors, and real time accuracy for everyone who is involved. Next up, the third key process is progress tracking and reporting, which directly shapes parents' trust. Previously, teachers graded each assignment manually and entered marks into spreadsheets and emailed or printed reports at the end of the semester. Parents often received feedback late with very little insight into specific learning gaps. After the integration with ICT, the new AI-powered dashboard revolutionizes this. Homework and quizzes are auto-graded. Results feed directly into both the teacher and parent portals, and the system uses analytics to identify each student's learnings and its weaknesses. It then generates personalized recommendations and sends weekly notifications to the parents. Teachers still play a vital role. They review all the AI flag cases and provide tailored guidance. Parents can log in anytime to see the progress charts, mastery levels, and all the next steps. The result is a continuous feedback loop. Parents are informed, teachers are empowered, and students receive timely support. This has led to higher trust and transparency and faster feedback with personalized learning. Next, the human machine design philosophy for ICT as augmentation and not as replacement. The goal of ICT integration was never to automate everything, but to create a system where technology and people work together, each contributing what they do best. Technology is designed to take over highly structured, repetitive, and data heavy tasks, things like automatic grading, insert schedule validation, resource optimization, and real time data synchronization. These are the areas where machine excel in terms of precision, speed, and consistency. Humans, on the other hand, bring strengths that technology cannot replicate: judgment, empathy, coaching, understanding of context, and the ability to build trust with parents and students. For example, even though the dashboard can highlight learning gaps, only teachers can interpret why a student is struggling and provide the emotional support or instructional adjustment needed. In our new system, teachers no longer act as data clerks. Instead, they act as interpreters and mentors, reviewing AI flag cases, guiding student development, and ensuring fairness in placement and assessment. Administrators also shift from operational firefighting to strategic oversight, handling exceptions, ensuring policy alignment, and continuously fine tuning resource allocation based on the insights received from the ICT platform. Parents are now active collaborators in the system. They can independently view progress, schedule classes, and provide feedback, creating a continuous communication loop that simply wasn't possible before. This overall approach forms what we call a co designed workflow. The system handles scales and accuracy, humans handle nuance and care, and both continuously inform each other. Ultimately, ICT becomes an augmentation, not just a replacement, amplifying the strengths of teachers, administrators, and as we describe it, technology builds the skeleton of our services, and humans give it warmth and meaning. This balance is what makes the service system sustainable, trustworthy, and genuinely student centered. Through these changes, the Learning Lab has transitioned from fragmented manual coordination to a seamless, data driven service system. Parents experience faster support and greater transparency. Teachers gain more time from the students, and administrators work with clarity and control. This is how ICT transforms education, not by replacing people, but by empowering. Now we move on to the next slide.
Thank you, AJ. I'm Jeremy, and I'll be continuing with the prototype. So this is the prototype we have for the onboarding and enrollment, and it will autofill parent and child's profile and center preference, and it will assist in the online placement quiz to recommend a suitable class level for the student enrollment. Next, we have the class scheduling and rescheduling, which is an interactive calendar showing available time slots across center, and it has a function of one tap reschedule and make up class booking. Next, we have the progress tracking and reporting where the teachers will upload their score, mastery level, badges, and comments in one view for the parents and students to view. Next, and here is our A/B testing approach, with a goal of validating and refining key service innovation using data-driven experiments. And it will be randomly rolled out at center or class level for fairness and control. And we'll have a process re-engineering optimization where we redesign the enrollment and onboarding process to demonstrate how digital tools can eliminate redundant steps and streamline data flow across functions to improve overall responsiveness and service accuracy. Next. So this is our key policy experiments where we have a variant A and variant B, and we have key metrics to achieve whether we and decide whether to have go or no go with the new variant B. Next. And this is a sample A/B testing approach where we have two different landing page where we randomize into the different users and get feedback and to decide whether which variant we'll be using. Next. And the expected benefits for parents and students is an integrated end-to-end journey on a single platform, higher control for parents, and more timely support for students in need. Next. For teachers and management, it will have reduced administrative burden for teachers and data-informed teaching and planning. And there will be a culture shift towards transparency and collaboration for the teachers and the parents. Next. And there will be possible implementation challenges, but rest assured, we do have action plan for each of the situation arises. Next. And there might be some ethical issue and potential risk in data privacy and security, algorithm bias and accountability, and safeguarding the human in the education. And our team will have it handled for every situation arises. Next, I'll pass on the time to Chi Heng.
Yeah, this is the final sector of our presentation, what we have learned in this project. Next. From the project, we saw the technology must align with the real workflows, and systems thinking helps review cross-functional inefficiencies. Redesign the enrollment process showed how digital tools remove redundant steps and improve responsiveness. So let's go to the next. We also learned important points of AI data and teamwork. AI should support, not replace, human expertise. Centralized data improves transparency and decision making. As for collaborative, interactive work strengthens both the logic and the final design. So let's go to the next. That's all. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.